Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Rotational Sums of 9 or 18 by Railman, and here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once in every row, column, and box. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, and digits separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio, and not all dots are given. So, for example, if this were, say, a 6, this would have to be 5 or 7, because these must be consecutive, because there's a white dot between them. And if we had a 2 here, this would have to be 1 or 4, because these digits must be in a 1 to 2 ratio, because there's a black dot between them. And in addition, we have rotational sums of 9 or 18. All digits in the grid have a 180-degree rotational opposite. Every digit and its rotational opposite add to either 9 or 18. So this rotational opposite is here, right? Because you rotate the grid 180 degrees. Where is it? It has to go there to be rotationally opposite. This would be rotationally opposite here, because if you rotate this 180 degrees, it would be here. So these two digits must add up to 9 or 18. So obviously, if this were 6, this cannot add up to 18. It would have to be 3 here. If this were 7, it would have to be 2 here to add up to 9. This was 180-degree rotationally opposite here. It cannot add up to 18, so it would have to be 5 there. And this 2 would force this to be a 7 here. And that's an example of how the rotational sums must of 9 or 18 work. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, well, to be rotationally have a sum of 9 or 18, that means 9 necessarily must add up to 18 for rotational sum, and every digit below 9 has to add up to 9 rotationally. So 9 cannot be any of these digits because it can't have a 9 plus another 9 in the same box. So where is 9 in this box? 9 has to be here, which means this must be 8, and 180-degree rotationally symmetric must have a 1 to add up to 9 for these two digits. These digits are in a 1 to 2 ratio, and it cannot be 1 or 8. And the digits 5, 7, and 9 can never be next to a black Kropke dot. Because if it were next to a black Kropke dot, how does that work? 5, 7, and 9, if you have it, gives you 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. And if you double them, you get 10, 14, and 18, none of which are digits. So that's why they can never be next to a black Kropke dot. Well, that means this must be 2, 3, 4, or 6 here. And this must be 2, 3, 4, or 6. And these two digits must add up to 9. So we cannot have 2 or 4 here, because 3 and 6 are the only digits which add up to 9 there. 3 and 6 is in a 1 to 2 ratio, only with 3 and 6. So this must be 3 and 6, 3 and 6 here. This is consecutive with this digit. 6 would force this to be 5 or 7, so this cannot be 6, because 5 and 7, again, cannot be next to a black Kropke dot. So this must be 3 next to 6 here, and therefore this must be 2 or 4 here, which is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 1, 2, 4, or 8 here. 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 6, which makes that 3. 2 and 4 would be adding up to 9 with this digit, so this is 5 or 7. And this digit cannot be 5 or 7, so this can't be 2 or 4 here, so it must be 1 and 8 and 1 and 8, adding up to 9. 1 and 8 forces this to be a 2 or 4 here. So this digit must add up to 9 with that, so it's 5 or 7. Remaining digits in row 5 are, we have, what, 2, 4, 5, 7. Okay. 1 of 5 or 7 must be here. We don't have any other information, though, here. Okay. These have to be consecutive with each other. These digits, again, cannot have 5, 7, or 9 next to them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. This cannot be 1. This cannot be 8. These two digits add up to, with these two digits to add up to 9, because we can't have a 9 there. So this one with this one. Remaining digits of the central box are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 cannot be any of these digits, and 6 cannot be any of these digits. That seems fine. These digits are consecutive. So therefore, these digits must also be consecutive. Because if they aren't consecutive, the problem is that this adds up to 9 with this adds up to 9 with this, then obviously they have to be consecutive, right? Because there's only a difference of 1 between those. And if we try to have a 1 here, that would guarantee 2 is there. So 1 would be with 8. 8 would have to be with 7 here, which would force that to be 2. So this cannot be 1. It's the same thing here. This can't be 1 for the same reasoning. This digit must be opposite here. Can be what? Let's continue. Okay, so this has to be adding up to 9 with that digit. So we have 1, 8, 7, 6, 3, or 5. This digit is the same, so we have 1, 8, 7, 6, 3, 5, and 3. Obviously, 1 is not consecutive, would have to be consecutive with 2 here. So this cannot be 1 here. These can't be 1, which means these can't be 8 here. And if this were 1, that would force this to be 2. And then this would have to be 1 and 8, which was only consecutive with 7, which would force a 2 there. And we'd have a duplicate in that box. So neither of these can be 1. That means this cannot be 8 here. This can't be 3, because if we had a 3 here, that's not going to be consecutive with anything. So we have 5, 6, 7 here, which forces this to be 2, 3, 4 correspondingly. So we have a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sextuplet in column 5, which eliminates 2 through 7 in the rest of the column. So this must be 1 and 8 as a pair. Okay. So we can go 5, 6, consecutive be 7, 8, but that doesn't work. So this cannot be 5 here. So if we try to have a 5 here, then going 6, 7, 8, that doesn't work because of 8 in the column. If we tried 6, 7, 8, 9, that doesn't work because of 8 in the column. So this can't be 6 going up to 7. So it's either 7 or 6 going down to 6 or 5. 7 and 6 corresponds to 2 and 3 here. 6 and 5 here corresponds to 3 and 4 here. So one of these is guaranteed to be 6, so this cannot be 6 and 3 here. Because one of these is 6, one of these is 3. That eliminates 3 from being here and here. 2 and 3 would mean this has to be 4 and 6 here. 3 and 4 means this can't be 1. This would have to be 6 and 2 here. Interesting. Okay, well, if this is 6, we have 5. That makes this 4, 3 there. 7, 6, 5, 4 there. So this adds up to 9 with this, so it would be 4 and 5, but we're guaranteed one of these is a 4, right? If we try to have 2 here, that forces this to be 4. If this is 3, that makes this 6, which is consecutive with 5, so this must be 5 and 4 there. So this can never be 4, which makes this 5, which adds up to 9 with 4. So this is 4, which is consecutive with 3 and 5, which is consecutive with 6. So 6 and 3 here add up to 9. 3 and 6 is in 1 to 2 ratio. 5 and 4 add up to 9, so this must be 4 and 2. 2 and 7 must add up to 9 here. And this 4 cannot be a 4-5 pair, so this has to be a 2-7 pair, which eliminates 2 and 7 in the rest of the box. Okay. 3 eliminates 3 here, so this cannot be 3 here. Where's the 3 in the central box? It has to be here. So rotationally opposite it must be a 6. So that's 6. This can't be 5 or 6. It's 4, which makes that 5 to add up to 9. 4 eliminates 4 here. So this is 2, which makes this 7. 2 is in a 1 to 2 ratio only with 1 out of 1 or 8. So this is 1, which makes this 8 here. That makes this 4. 4 and 5 add up to 9. So this is 5. There's no 7 here. 2 eliminates 2 here, so that's 7, which makes this 2. There's obviously no 2 here. 5 eliminates 5 here. 4 eliminates 4 here. Okay, remaining digits of this lower central box, we have 1, 7, 8, 9. No 8 here, no 8 here. And this can't be 7. These digits are consecutive. If this is 1, this has to be 2. If this is 7, this is 6 or 8. If this is 9, this is 8. 1 wouldn't force that to be 2. 8 forces this to be 7 or 9. 9 forces this to be 8 here. Remaining digits of this upper central box are 1, 2, 8, 9. 1 cannot be any of these digits. And 8 can't be here. 2 can't be here. So 1 and 9. If this were 9, it has to add up to 18 because it can't add up to 9 with another digit. And if this is 1, it would have to have an 8 or 9 here to add up to 9. So this is 8 or 9, which is only consecutive with 7, 8, or 9. So we are guaranteed one of these digits must be 8, because if this is 8, it's next to a 7 or 9. If this is 9, it must be an 8 here. So this cannot be 8, which makes this 1, which makes that 8. Therefore, there's no 8 here. It's 2, 9 as a pair, which eliminates 2, 9 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 2 or 9. It's 8, which adds up with the 1 to add up to 9. And this must be 7 or 9. If this is 7, this would have to be 2. If this is 9, it would have to be a 9 here. So this is a 2, 9 pair here. 1 eliminates 1 here. This cannot be 8. And these digits are consecutive. So the only digits which are consecutive here are 6 and 7. So this is 6, which makes this 7. That leaves this as 9. This is 9. 9 and 9 add up to 18. 7 and 2 add up to 9. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 9, which is consecutive with 8. 8 and 1 add up to 9. 6 and 3 add up to 9. Where is 9 in this right central box? Can't be here because of 9 in the column, so 9 has to be here, which makes that 9 to add up to 18. Remaining digits in row 4, we have 5 and 8. This can't be 8 because of 8 in the column, so this is 5, which makes this 8. 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 2. This can't be 2 or 5. It's 4, which makes this 1. 1 and 8 add up to 9. 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 7, which makes this 5. 4 and 5 add up to 9. That leaves this as a 4. 4 and 5 add up to 9. Okay. Ones. Okay. Let's go just the rows and columns that have 6 of them in them. We have in row 3, 4, 6, and 7. This can't be 6 or 7 because of 6 or 7 in the column, so that's 4. This can't be 6, that thing can't be 4, so that's 7, which makes this 6. 4 and 5 add up to 9. Excuse me. 6 and 3 add up to 9. 7 and 2 add up to 9. Remaining digits in column 3, we have 2, 3, and 7. This can't be 2 because of 2 in the box, so 2 has to be there, which makes that a 7 to add up to 9 there. This can't be 3 because of 3 in the row, so that's 7. This is 3, 7, and 2 add up to 9. 3 and 6 add up to 9. Okay. Remaining digits. Where is 9 in this lower left-hand box? Cannot be here because of 9 in the row and column here. So 9 has to be here, which means it adds up with 9 to add up to 18. 1 can no longer be here, so 1 has to be here. 1 and 8 add up to 9. Remaining digits in this lower left-hand box are 5 and 8. This can't be 8 because of 8 in the column, so this is 5, which makes that 8. 5 and 4 add up to 9. 8 and 1 add up to 9. We have 2 and 4 remaining in row 8. This can't be 4 because of 4 in the column, so that's 2, which makes this 4. 2 and 7 add up to 9. 4 and 5 add up to 9. That leaves this as a 1, which must add up to 9 with 8. That leaves this as 3, which must add up to 9 with 6. And that's how you solve it. Pretty interesting, actually, these rotational sums. It is fairly restrictive, particularly with where the 9s can be. Yeah, the puzzle flowed very well. It was nice having the rotational sums be really restrictive, along with the where certain crop key dots were. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.